Do you probably have a lot of goals that you want to eventually reach, but you just seem too busy to actually ever dedicate yourself to doing them? And because of this, you end up wasting another few months or a year, or maybe even a few years having achieved very little. I get it, life is busy, and that's the reason for this video. In this video, we're going to cover why you don't actually achieve any of your goals, and then the simple 3-step fix you can use to save yourself months or even years of basically no progress. This will be literally the most valuable video you'll ever watch if you actually want to reach your goals. Now, you probably want to improve in a lot of different directions in your life. Maybe you want to improve your facial appearance, or you want to get a dream physique, or you want to start a business, or you want to start doing this habit and that habit. The issue with wanting to do all of these things is that you get overwhelmed. You don't know where to start. You make 5% of the progress to one goal and then you restart because you want to achieve another one of your goals. And the worst part about all of this is that you probably aren't even realizing how much you're switching your goals and resetting your progress because you've been doing it for so long. So the first step is that you only want to have one goal at a time that you focus on, because if you have all of your time and energy split up into a bunch of different goals, then there will be barely any progress towards any of the goals. If you try and build a business while also wanting to learn a new language, then it will almost definitely take 2 or more years to achieve both of them. But if you focus on the business and only the business as much as you can, then you can build a pretty good business in just 3 to 6 months. And then if you focus on learning a new language while just maintaining the business on the side after that, that will only take you a couple more months. So you'll save many months doing this. But the reason so many people don't do this though is because they can't see the long term, and they don't realize that they'll actually achieve their goals so much faster with this method. They only think in the short term, and thinking in the short term never leads to success. The first thing that you need to do is to be aware of this tendency you have to constantly switch and change directions. And you're doing part of that by watching this video, but you need to implement this into your real life too. You need to constantly have that guard up so that whenever you want to switch your main goal to something else, you can realize that you shouldn't be doing that and you'll stick to your goal that you're currently focusing on. And you can also do this through meditation. Social media has taken away so much of our presence that we don't even realize our tendencies, and meditating for just 10 minutes a day will reverse that and speed up your progress towards your goal so much. And people have preconceived notions about meditation, as you probably have right now, but meditation is actually literally just sitting down and focusing on your breath, and when your attention goes away to something else like a memory, you just focus back onto your breath. It's really that simple. You can just use your phone's timer app for 10 minutes right after you wake up and do this. I've personally done this and it has been overpowered for my success in my past and present goals. So number 1 is to decide which goal is most important right now and to focus only on that. And the second step is to have small monthly or even weekly goals to keep yourself on track. And this has been infinitely valuable for me personally, because when you have a huge goal that you want to reach by the end of the year or even longer than that, it's extremely hard to stay on track. A couple months in, you'll almost definitely have made less progress than you need to make in order to reach your goal in time. And then as a result of this, you lose motivation because your goal now seems too out of reach, it seems too hard to achieve, and you've just wasted another year. And to stop this, you'll want to have small monthly goals that will keep you on the path towards your goal. And here's how you know what your monthly goal should be. So first, you need to determine whether your goal is exponential or linear. And what do I mean by exponential or linear? An exponential goal is something like YouTuber subscribers or money from a business, because those grow exponentially. It's a lot easier to grow from $5,000 to $10,000 a month in a business than to go from $0 to $5,000. And a linear goal would be something like gaining or losing weight. Then you just want to approximate the monthly goals so that they'll lead up to your big goal. So here are 2 examples. If you want to grow a business to $5,000 a month by the end of the year, then your monthly goal should look like this. You can see how the goal starts really easily. This makes it extremely easy to achieve the goal. And here's what a goal of wanting to gain 20 pounds by the end of the year would look like. You can see that it's mostly linear. If you set monthly goals that aren't too hard, then you'll reach them easily, and then you'll achieve your larger goal very easily. If your monthly goals are too difficult though, and you can't reach them, consider giving yourself more time to achieve your larger goals so that the monthly goals can be easier leading up to it. So you're like taking smaller steps up to your larger goal. Or you can try step 3, which is to eliminate all distractions. You're going to want to get rid of any distraction you have if you actually want to achieve your goal and if you want to reach it faster. The more effort that you put into your goal, you'll reach it exponentially faster, even for the linear goals, not just the exponential ones. For example, if you wanted to gain weight but you weren't too serious about it, then you'll not track your calories for a couple days or weeks, you'll not reach your daily calorie goal, etc. And the further you are from being 100% committed to your goal, the harder it will be and the longer it will take to reach it. For every 3 steps forward you take, which would be like consistently tracking your calories and gaining weight in this situation, you'll take 2 steps backwards, like forgetting to track calories, skipping workouts, etc. So instead of giving 50% effort towards your goal for 3 years, give about 75 to 90% of your effort for 6 months. Video games, doom scrolling on social media, low quality friends, switching goals constantly, or having several goals at once, these are all distractions that will only take away from your progress, and they won't contribute anything. If you're fine with giving 3 times effort and taking 5 times longer to reach your goal, then keep these distractions. Otherwise, you're going to want to get rid of as many of them as possible. They'll only stop you from maximizing your progress. But you want to make this switch gradual. Don't try to cut out everything today or tomorrow because that's unsustainable. You want to slowly get rid of more and more until you've maximized progress towards your goal. Think of sacrificing anything other than your goal like throwing objects into a fire. You want to make this fire as large as possible because then that'll give you more fuel to put towards your goal. And the more that you sacrifice, the more progress you'll make. If you're not sacrificing anything for your goal, then your goal is a sacrifice. So you want to sacrifice the bad stuff instead of sacrificing your goal. So just to recap, if you want to actually achieve your goals, then you'll want to decide on a single goal as your priority. And then you want to give yourself monthly goals leading up to that larger goal. And then finally, you're going to want to get rid of as many things as you can that aren't related to your goal to speed up your progress. And that's just about everything I had to say. Thanks for watching.